Hello?
Copy that. You guys need to go across the street. You're on our property.
This is public sidewalk, my friend.
You need to go across the street.
Here you go. This is for you.
All right, no problem. We'll find out what that public easement is right now.
Sir, why would you tell someone to go across the street? Is this the ministry he called you to do? To be here and harass Christians? Here you go, my friends.
Hey, thanks a lot.
Oh, this looks fun.
Sir, don't touch me.
Hey,
no, thank you.
I don't want that.
This is good information. It's not trash. It's your preborn neighbor, sir.
Can have sympathy. You have kids?
No.
Then you don't have a fucking opinion like that. Children do not need to see this.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah, they do. Children do not. Children can be a voice of these children. That camera isn't gonna fucking protect you.
Sir, this guy assaulted me.
Block the roadway and you'll get charged for trespassing.
Sir, you eat yellow snow and you'll be eating dog piss.
Oh boy. What did I tell you? You block the driveway, you'll get charged.
Sir, you pull out your gun and shoot someone, you'll go to jail.
Yeah.
Sir, you go 55 and a 50, you'll get a speeding ticket.
Why don't you go sledding or something? Find something to do.
Why don't you, sir, why don't you put your faith in Christ? Did you know that what he's doing right now is illegal?
No, he's not. He works here.
I work here. I'm
No.
parking lot safety.
Sir, officer making...
The scene opens on a calm sidewalk that quickly turns into a tense standoff where a man stands firm, holding his signs as patrol lights appear and officers move in with authority, surrounding him and attempting to take control. They claim he is trespassing, yet the location is public space and the law supports his right to be there, making the situation less about safety and more about enforcing control without clear grounds. The lead officer orders him to move across the street, creating rules in the moment, while the man remains steady and composed, using clear knowledge of the law as his defense and refusing to back down. As the pressure builds, the atmosphere shifts from quiet to intense, because nothing unsettles unchecked authority more than someone who understands their rights and stands firm in exercising them, while the situation continues to unfold with rising tension and focus on what will happen next.
Okay, you told me I could lay him on the ground, and now you're saying I can't lay him on the ground.
I did not say that you can.
You did. You did. You said lay him down. Well, it is on the ground.
You probably lay it down if you stood up.
Yeah.
Right? Or like maybe use some snow.
Okay. So you don't know the code?
I already told you that.
You already told me you don't know.
I can't have you littering the area.
I'm not this isn't littering. I'm going to leave with them. It's not littering.
Littering on the sidewalk.
It's not littering. Littering. Okay, which ordinance is that?
I can look it up.
You can go look it up. Go on. Go do it.
Just pick them up.
Go do it.
Or you can just pick them up.
Go do it. I'll pick them up. I'll pick them up when I leave. They're not blocking anybody.
I'll just take and pick them up as litter. How's that?
I intend on taking them with me, okay? Do you understand? I'm not littering. I'm not littering.
What was his first name? Troy. Take those please right now.
I will when I leave.
Pick them up this very
What law am I breaking, sir?
Littering on the sidewalk.
It's not littering, sir.
That's fine.
Don't touch my signs.
And you can pick them up. Your choice. Your choice. I've asked you to do it 4 or 5 times. It's still the park.
This is not the definition of littering, sir. I am not blocking anybody.
Well, now you're not blocking.
The confrontation escalates quickly as the officer pushes a new claim that the signs are being treated as litter in an attempt to justify enforcement action. But the man remains firm and refuses to comply without clear legal grounds. He calmly challenges each order and asks for the exact rule that supports the demand, yet the officer cannot provide a valid ordinance while still repeating threats to push the situation forward and create pressure to force compliance. This moment shows how authority can rely on pressure, confusion, and intimidation to gain control, even when the legal basis is unclear. Despite the rising tension, the man keeps a steady tone and responds with reason and clarity, pointing out each weak claim and exposing gaps in the officer's knowledge. The camera continues to record every detail, capturing hesitation and uncertainty, making it harder for the narrative to hold as the facts become visible and the situation moves toward a clear display of who truly understands the law and who does not.
I moved them. I moved them before your friend came over here. Did these block you, sir?
Here's the problem.
Did these block you, sir?
There's a lot of things that are blocked.
Maybe you should get your lieutenant.
You can protest all you want, but you can't lay your signs out here on both those properties. So walk up and down the sidewalk all you want, and protest all you want, and carry your signs. But you're not going to lay materials out here. So please put those in your car.
She said I could lay them down.
I am the supervisor. You may carry those around, and you need to put them back to your car.
Maybe you should get your lieutenant on the phone.
He's a supervisor. I am the highest ranking police officer.
He's a sergeant. See, three stripes.
So there's no lieutenant above you.
You don't have to.
You don't have lieutenants? How about a city attorney?
I'm asking you. It's Sunday. I'm asking you to move the signs.
He might be in church like one of these.
I'm asking you to move the signs.
We don't even have a mayor.
I'm asking you to move the signs.
Move them where?
Either in your car or you got to carry them.
I got to carry them.
That's what you want to do. Is you want to protest and carry your signs, then please do that. But you can't just lay your materials out there.
I'm going to pick one up and I'm going to show it, and then when we leave, I'm going to take them with me.
No, you put them in your car.
I asked them 5 times and
we're
do
going
it.
to take them. Okay.
Oh, no, you're not going to take them.
Pick up your signs.
You're not taking them.
Pick up your signs.
Why don't you tell? What about those roadblocks right there?
Those are on school property.
Why don't you tell them to move them?
They're on school property.
What about that sign right there, man? Why don't you move that?
When additional officers arrive, the situation should move toward calm. But instead, the tension rises even further as the sergeant steps forward and declares himself the highest authority on scene, with no oversight and no higher review in that moment. He repeats the order to remove the signs, yet still fails to provide any clear legal foundation for the command, while the man remains steady and grounded in his position, stating that the area is public easement and that his actions are within his rights. His reasoning is precise, and his delivery remains controlled as he continues to challenge each claim with clarity. What unfolds is more than a simple disagreement. It becomes a real-time example of how quickly a situation framed as protect and serve can shift into pressure to comply without proper justification. As the exchange continues, the sergeant's own statements begin to conflict with each other, and his authority weakens under the weight of those inconsistencies, while the camera captures every moment and the balance of control slowly starts to shift.
My personal property with me. There's nothing that says I can't have my property with me.
Yeah, then pick it up and have your property with you.
So I have to have my hand on it. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not. And I'm not going to play this semantics.
No, I want to know what you're telling
I want
me.
you to carry them with you.
I have to carry them.
Carry them.
What if they touch the ground?
I'm not in your
All right, watch this. Watch this. Let's do this. I'm gonna help you guys out.
Come out here for your agenda and don't waste your time with us.
All right. I'm touching them. Is this legal? What I'm doing right now?
Come out.
Is this legal, sir?
Come out here.
Is this what? Is this legal? Is this legal? What I'm doing right now?
You may do that. Okay.
So I have to do that. All right. Now watch this. I'm gonna let go for a second. Is that illegal?
You're being ridiculous.
No, you're being ridiculous. You're being ridiculous, sir.
If you're out here for your agenda, then come out here for your agenda. Don't argue with us.
I want you to tell me what law I was breaking with them on the ground. Tell me what law I was breaking.
You're blocking the sidewalk when I first.
I'm not going to cite.
Tell me what law. You gave me a law. You gave me a lawful order, right?
And you can't just leave your debris out here.
What's that? Debris? It's a sign. It's not debris.
I don't know.
You can't leave your shoes on the cement.
By this stage, the reality becomes clear as the officers shift away from enforcing law and focus instead on demanding obedience, while the man calmly places his signs beside a post and is immediately accused of illegal posting, despite the absence of any written rule to support that claim. He remains patient and steady, inviting them to observe closely and pointing out that the signs are not even attached to the post, as the cameras continue to record every detail, capturing the facts, the expressions, and the strain in their authority. Even with this clarity, the officers press forward, choosing pride over proof, and proceed to issue a citation, as if that act alone can create a legal basis. The situation turns increasingly unreasonable as a calm and respectful citizen stands still while surrounded by uniformed figures intent on forcing a result.
What unfolds resembles a display of control rather than proper enforcement, where pressure replaces principle and compliance is treated as the only acceptable outcome, while the truth remains visible to anyone watching, and the gap between authority and legality becomes impossible to ignore.
Shoes here.
Your signs up now.
Ma'am, you can't leave your you can't leave your taser here, okay?
We'll be back.
How about, why don't you pick up that water bottle over there, man? Why don't you go catch the criminal that left that there?
Thanks, Sarge. Yep, appreciate it.
Good job, Sarge. Good job, man.
Now, if you think this is over, you couldn't be more wrong. And what happens next is the reason why there is such a big disconnect between the public and the police. Just keep watching.
Not removing them, huh?
They're not touching the sign, sir. I told you.
Doesn't matter. In the eyes of the village, you're still blocking that post.
Blocking the post?
You're posting your signs to our post.
No, I'm not. It's not touching the. It's not touching the post.
You'll be cited. You can take it up with the attorney.
What attorney?
The one that you're gonna have to go see for the ticket you're getting.
Why would I have to see the attorney?
Because you've just been cited.
For what?
Illegal bill posting, like we said.
Yeah, I'm not touching the sign, ma'am. Here, come with me. Come on, I invite you to come over here. They're not touching the sign.
You gotta identify and put on the ticket.
They're not touching the sign.
Do you have an ID on you?
There's the problem. You've been cited. You need to provide an ID now.
For what?
For the ticket.
I don't have to provide an ID.
The officers increase their pressure and demand identification to move forward with their ticket, while the man remains composed and firm, showing clear awareness of his rights and the legal limits of their request. He calmly declines to provide identification, knowing there is no requirement in this situation, and that refusal triggers a shift in tone from the officers. A warning is delivered that he could be taken away in restraints, and the edge in that statement reveals a move from procedure toward intimidation. The camera captures the rising tension as the scene tightens, yet the man's voice stays steady and controlled, showing no fear as he responds with confidence and challenges the display of authority with direct words that cut through the moment. The atmosphere then falls into a heavy silence where no one speaks, and that pause carries weight as it signals a clear shift where knowledge has confronted power, and the sense of control held by the officers begins to weaken, while the reality of the situation becomes harder to ignore.
Doesn't matter if it's touching.
It's not touching.
Okay. 4415.
Okay, so if I don't,
you don't.
4415 what? 4415 what?
The Clarendon Hills Village Ordinance.
That's what I asked for earlier. Remember when I asked you for that? Okay, 4415. All right, I'll take the signs.
You've been cited now, so you can fight.
See, it's not touching. Can everybody see? It's not touching the sign. Blocking this from here is not illegal. It's not illegal. But you know what? I'll move them. I'll move them. I'll move them. Because you want to feel tough. I get it. I get it.
You could have just simply, you could have done all this politely.
Politely?
This gentleman, I asked this gentleman to step off the driveway. He wasn't happy, but he did it as best as he could.
All right, you guys are dismissed. Go on.
You need to provide her with your ID.
No, I don't.
I'll have to identify you at the police station to cite you.
I'll give you my name.
Your ID.
I'm not. I don't have to give you an ID. I'll give you my name.
Name and birth date. That's
yeah.
fine.
I'll do that.
What's your last name?
I'm not going to do it in front of these gentlemen.
That's fine. If you guys don't mind stepping away,
Not a problem.
we'll try to make this easier for this gentleman.
Another officer moves forward, trying to justify the situation by claiming that nothing can be left on the ground, and attempts to label the protest signs as debris, reducing a symbol of expression to something trivial. Yet the argument falls apart the moment it is spoken. The man calmly points toward a discarded bottle nearby and uses it as a clear comparison, showing the flaw in her claim and exposing the inconsistency in how the rules are being applied. The contrast is immediate and difficult to ignore as the reasoning loses strength and the focus shifts away from fairness.
What began as a duty to serve now appears as an effort to maintain control, where authority presents itself as order while protecting its own position rather than applying consistent standards. The role that should stand for justice begins to look like a barrier against accountability, and each second recorded adds to that image, capturing actions and reactions that reveal a deeper issue within the system being represented. The scene holds attention because it shows more than a single exchange. It highlights a pattern that becomes clear through observation and leaves a lasting impression that is hard to dismiss.
No, I'm not retired.
Oh, you're what force? Who do you work for?
I work for Schaumburg Police Department.
Do you?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want me to step away, I'll step away.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
And he's as old as me because I've known him for that long.
What's your last name?
Okay, I'm giving you guys an opportunity right now. I'm giving you an opportunity. Take that, rip it up, and go on your merry way.
You're not in that position to give us an opportunity.
I am. I'm giving you that opportunity.
Signs off the village. Village property.
They weren't touching them.
We gave you.
Yeah.
Sure. The first time I came up, it was. So there you
and
go.
I moved them. And I moved them.
That was a violation.
Well.
No, they were in that triangle format, ma'am.
There was 2 on there, so how is that a triangle?
Well, I asked for the code. And when you said, I'm going to go get the code.
You don't need the code to know the violation.
She said she was going to get the code, so I fixed it. So I'm giving you an opportunity
What's your last
to
name?
seriously be like real cops.
Well, let me tell you this way. They called on you, complaining about you guys. I'm following through on my complaint.